Yeah, I'm here today to tell you about a project we did. A little bit about myself. I run a business called Fauvel, and we do kind of digital crossover projects. We're kind of interested in interfaces that cross from physical to digital. And about a year ago, one of my employees, God bless him, came to us and said, have you heard about augmented reality? And being a kind of technophile, I of course said, yes, I've heard of it. Didn't have a clue what it was. So I'm going to explain to you what augmented reality is, AR. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our project, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I think it's going to progress, how I think it changes our lives a little bit. And it's obviously nothing as impressive as putting a kidney inside someone, so I apologise already for that. Okay, so augmented reality, what the term means is to increase reality. So what you've got is you've got reality, something out here, we're going to go through a process and we're going to present it back to you with a bit more than you had before. In most general terms, modern terms for it, AR, usually for me means visual processing. And this has been a thing that's been around since about the 60s. And if you think of kind of heads-up displays for fighter jets, you know, when they say this is the enemy, this is your friend, this is how fast you're going. So you've got a camera that's looking out on the world, that's looking out on reality, it's going through some kind of process, and it's presenting it back to you, saying, here's a bit more information than you can interpret with just your eyes. Things like infrared as well, when they present it back to you with the colour mapping. That is augmented reality in visual tracking, visual analysis. And it's all about computers understanding the world, or digital understanding the world, and being able to track it and understand the changes that are going on in a similar way that we do, which kind of goes back to session 1 when we were talking about the Google consciousness. Google knows what's out there now, or it will soon. And what's changed really over the last 50 years is not really the concept, but the application, the scalability of it. Because we've got exponentially faster computers. The thing in my pocket can perform AI. It's got enough processing power in there to recognize the outside world and present it back to me in a new way. And also the video element, the visual element of it, the tracking, the thing that looks out on the world. They've got a lot better. They're no longer pixelated. You've got HD on your phone. So what we did is we looked at this technology and we got really, really excited about it because it is really cool. And we had a client who came along and said to us, we're looking a way to promote our band. And we came up with an idea. And my business partner is going to come and display it. Come on, he's building his pie, he's milking it. Look at him. Look at him. And what we've done to promote this band is we turned a t-shirt into a guitar, which is quite cool. And Luke's going to demo it. I'm going to speak above him. Bad start. So what's happening here is the webcam is recognizing the symbol on the front of the t-shirt, and when the symbol disappears, it's tracking it in real time, which is really important. And when it disappears, if Luke gets his timing right, it plays a positive note. If he gets it wrong, it plays a bum note for him. And we've got all the kind of the usual bumps that goes with that, like a scoring system, and the t-shirt contains no electronics, which is something that not a lot of people assume it doesn't, but you can bung it in the wash. All of our technology is siloed in that kind of, that webcam, in that computer, so it's online, it's interactive. If you want to go and play it, there's a printable version, and it's just playaguitar.com. Go and have a go, because it's quite good fun if you can get it working. Luke actually really enjoys beating children's scores on there. We've got a couple of kids who really wanting to get the top score, and Luke just steps up and beats them and crushes their dreams, their creativity for the future. So essentially, what we've got is, our technology is really simple. What it is just a button, and when it's disappeared, it says that button's off and it plays the thing. What I think about this is the idea that drives it. It's the understanding of people, and you want to play air guitar, and you know you've done it. You've stood there, you've sat there in the car drumming your steering wheel or thrashed about in front of a mirror. And that's the really exciting thing for this kind of technology for me, is because the best idea could be some 16-year-old kid in China who knows how to put it into some kind of basic concept, proof of principle. And that's really all we've done here, is we took it across to Texas and we stood up next to $1 million companies who've got they're startup companies, they've got $4 million to spend, and we go, well, we spent about $3 grand knocking it together. But it's a lot of fun, isn't it? And that's the kind of the two ways I see this kind of augmented reality going. Is you've got people who are going to drive the technology to the corners and take it to the exponential, and there's so much cool stuff you can do with it. And then you've got the people who are going to, like us, just mess about with it and have a bit of fun and try and create some engaging projects. And what augmented reality is for me is it's a step on in interface, which is probably the fundamental thing that gets me excited about it. So we've done levers, yeah? Back in the 19th century, you pull a lever and something happens. You get electricity and you press a button and something goes on or something goes off. And then you've got kind of the advent of modern computing, and you've got like kind of keyboards, and your interfaces get more clever. There's still buttons. And then you've got the kind of the launch of the web, and you've got interfaces, UI, UX, that's all a user interface, user experience. We're talking about bevels and embosses, and you want to click me now. And then we look at something like this, and we take it out into the real world, and you can print an interface. And you can print it off your computer at home, and then you can arrange it how you want, and the computers will recognize it. He's a pain in the ass to work with. He chucks TVs out the window every now and then. You should see him thrash his guitar at the end of the song. Yes, you've spoiled my flow now. So yes, you've got all the kind of the glitzy web, and then you can print an interface. And that's what we've done with the t-shirt. But then take that on one step further, and we're recognizing a symbol, which is relatively low technology. And you look at something like Xbox Connect, that's recognizing you. And you take that, and you think, what can we do with this? And you look at what the search engines. So originally the web, a lot of text content. We're on dial-up, so it's pinging away, and you want it to be fast. So you've got a mainly text page, and you used to just type in the address at the top bar, and you go to the website, and then the search engines come along with kind of Ask and Yahoo, and they say, well, actually, we're going to make that content accessible. And so you can search for text, and you build an industry on that. You've got search engine optimization, you've got AdWords, you've got pay-per-click, and that's still all kind of text predominantly, and that's how important your website is. Think how many pictures are out there on the World Wide Web that are called 0001A, or me, or yes, or JPEG, or picture. And that is useless information at the minute, unless it's tagged, unless it's keyword, unless you added that metadata to it. Now we have a system that can recognize things in the real world, you can teach it, it can learn, it's visually there, and it can go and find you things. And think where that takes us. Think of the exponential potential of the image over the word. A picture tells 1,000 words. How many pictures are out there that we can search now? And you take that into a kind of a more motion kind of environment. And you sat there watching a film and you go, this is a good film. And I really like that bald guy there. Who's that? It's Bruce Willis. All right, wicked. And this is an IMDb profile. And what other films has he done? Yeah, he's looking pretty good. I think I like his jumper. I'm going to click on his jumper. And that's the Top Shot. That's green Top Shot jumper. It's around the corner. It's on sale. And think of the amount of data and information that we can make accessible and the discrete computing that's going on. And then we take that and flip it around the other way to a more interface like ours. And what you've got is you've got gesture interfaces. And you're waving at things and you're winking at things. And you can wink at your touchscreen and it knows you like it. So it's going to switch itself off or it's going to switch itself on. And you look at the potential for all of these things because we're giving them an extra dimension. Before we were just going off, on button. We add an extra dimension with a touchscreen so you can swipe, you can expand, we can zoom, we can twist. I'm going to give you that. You're going to be able to do that to it. What can we do now? Where's the precedent for this? What can we do? And I think the opportunities that lie out there are huge. And I think for us, the air guitar is all of that, and it's a bit of fun on the side, isn't it? And so we took it across to South by Southwest and presented it to them, and we actually attached a business model to it, and it's quite important for us that these kind of projects they actually have an impact because they're financially sustainable as well. And we're all about selling merchandise through those things. So you get a bit of added value and a bit of digital value from it as well. But I'm really excited about where this can take us, and I'm really excited about telling you about it because I think I'm not that bright, really. I talk a good game, but underneath it all, I'm a puddle. But you guys, you're smart, you're coming to TED. You're great, you should get the audience on your side. And I think the potential for you to take this idea out and actually do things and create things with it is exponential because it's there for you. So I'd like to thank you very much for listening to me raffle and rant on. And I wish you very good luck in the future with anything you choose to do with AR. Thank you.